Dodgers dropped Game 1 of the National League Championship Series 8-4 to the Cubs with Bill Plaschke and Dylan Hernandez. I'm Lindsay Theory for the Los Angeles Times. Some might say it was deflating. Some might say this loss gave the Dodgers hope. Well, they certainly were closer to beating the Cubbies than I thought they would be, Bill.
Yeah, but that's the thing. You get so close, you're going to go for the head of the king. You best cut it off. They had their foot there, and they couldn't do it. They had come back. They had beaten the Cubs' best pitcher, Aroldis Chapman. They had tied the game in Pack Wrigley Field. They had the matchup they wanted, Blanton against Montero, who hadn't had a hit in the postseason. They were going to get out of the inning. Dave Roberts, they thought they were going to win, and then boom, it all changes. Everything changes like that. It changes. Grand slam home run, they lose 8-4. I think this hurts them because I think that they got so close. This was a game they got to steal. They could have stole this game. They didn't steal this game, and now Kershaw tomorrow has to win. So I think this is deflating.
It couldn't be deflating, though, Bill, because here's the thing. They almost won. They showed that they could beat the best pitcher. If you do it once, maybe you can almost get over that hump again.
But they didn't beat him. But they didn't beat him, and he knows it, and the Cubs know it.
Dave Roberts, though, he did go for the win. He went for the knockout blow. It didn't turn out well for him this time, but who would have thought that Joe Blanton would give up a grand slam home run?
Well, anytime you load the bases, it is dangerous. You're increasing the chances of them scoring via wild pitch. You hit the batter, the guy can score. But I liked it just because they kind of forced the action. And baseball, I think, is such a conservative sport. Most guys wouldn't have done that. I like the fact that he kind of forced the action. It's very different, and it's really interesting to see Dave Roberts, who's this kind of very mild-mannered guy, says all the right things, is now all of a sudden over the last couple of games turned himself into the big gambler, And in baseball, we haven't really, probably since Mike Scioscia's good teams, when they had a really aggressive base running, have we seen a team whose personality is kind of defined by their strategy, and this I think kind of shows that where the Dodgers are going to kind of do that unconventional thing. They're going to force the action, and I think this is something I think not just for this series, but kind of going ahead. This is something the city can buy.
The Dodgers haven't given up all season, Bill. They came back. They won Game 5 on the road. After the game, Dave Roberts is kind of having a moment with Joe Blanton inside the clubhouse. This is a team that's bounced back. Do you think they can bounce back again?
Bounce back, but this is not the Nationals. This is not Dusty Baker. This is Joe Madden. This is Chicago. This is Wrigley Field. It's a whole different world. It almost felt to me like they stole a little bit of the Dodgers. Had the magic. They had the magic back, and the Cubs were like, whoa, wait a minute. The magic this October belongs to us. That's what it felt like to me. We're going back to Dave Roberts real quick. Remember, in 2004, he had the guts to steal that base for Boston. He is showing that again as a manager. I love it. I loved all of his moves. He did everything right. I think he put him in a position to win. But again, the magic is in the other dugout, and you have to wonder if the Dodgers are thinking, "Oh my goodness, maybe it stays there."
I don't think that the Dodgers think that it stays there.
You
I
don't
think
agree with me, do you?
not usually I do, Bill. Not tonight.
Okay.
Tonight's not your night.
What does Dylan think?
Dylan.
I think, psychologically, I think the Dodgers are fine. I think they still have the magic. The question is did they just run out of gas? I think you look at Joe Blanton. Here's a guy who used to be a starting pitcher.
He ran out of gas tonight.
He might have just run out of gas. This is a lot of appearances for a guy that used to be a starting pitcher just a few years ago. And now we're going to go to another guy tomorrow who might be out of gas, in Clayton Kershaw. Kenley Jansen might be out of gas. So really, and the thing is that the way the pitching staff structured, they're really reliant on just a few guys. They've relied on these guys they've leaned on them very heavily. Do these guys still have enough strength at this point to kind of carry it out? I'm not sure.
Wrigley Field was rocking for the Cubbies, as Bill would say. Game 1, we'll see if they can bring the magic or if the Dodgers can steal it back. Game 2, with Bill Plaschke and Dylan Hernandez, I'm Lindsay Theory for the Los Angeles Times.